I remember going with a number of people over to the dive when the building was still being built, and seeing this large room made out of concrete with this giant rectangular hole in the ground, and Rachel pointing to it and saying, "This is where the dive's going to be." And at that point I said, gee, wouldn't it be really neat if we could find a way to put protein structures into virtual reality? When the dive was finally completed and people were starting to make prototype programs, Rachel and Dave gave me tutorials on how to use virtuals, and I programmed up a prototype of a piece of DNA and a small protein to model into the dive. In the past, many people have used virtual reality environments to just show molecules, but not to really do some research and answer biologically important research questions with these visualizations. It was merely just kind of a flashy thing to show people. So I think one of the differences about our approach was we said, okay, let's see how we can make this really a research production facility for understanding and extending our understanding of biological macromolecules. One of the things that I focused on with the implementation of KinImmerse, which is the software, was how to do a good demo in terms of teaching somebody something. And we've had a lot of practice over the years since we've made it, showing KinImmerse to school kids, to college students, to graduate students, and others. And I developed sort of a system on giving a demonstration. First, the fly navigation. The fly navigation is controlled by the central joystick on the front of the wand, and it flies much like Superman does. You point it in a direction and fly that way. So Superman, oftentimes you see him point his arm out and he flies in the direction of his arm. So this I demonstrate in exactly that way. Point it in towards one of the corners and fly in that direction. And what you'll notice as you press forward on the joystick is that you fly in that direction relative to the model out in front of you. So if I'm going up and to the right, I fly up and to the right, the molecule moves down and to the left. Eventually, it breaks the plane of the screen. And what I mean by this is it's no longer seen just on the front screen. It's now come into the virtual space, and the different walls and ceiling and floor are projecting images that then recombine using the active stereo, and it'll look like a real object. This is the essence of virtual reality. It's immersing the senses and modulating them so you can get a more full experience.